Story 1 of 7. U.S. singer D4VD charged with murdering 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. U.S. singer D4VD charged with murdering 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Here's what every outlet agrees on. David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD, a 21-year-old alt-pop singer, was charged with first-degree murder, lewd and lascivious acts with a person under 14, and mutilating a dead body in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a 14-year-old girl, was reported missing in 2024 when she was 13, and her dismembered body was found in a Tesla registered to D4VD on September 8, 2025, in Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner determined Celeste died from multiple penetrating injuries. Autopsy report released April 2026, with significant wounds to her torso, including one that penetrated her liver. D4VD was arrested on April 17, 2026, at a home in Hollywood, and pleaded not guilty on April 20, 2026. Celeste's remains were found in 2 cadaver bags inside the Tesla's trunk, with body parts dismembered and decomposed, and the vehicle was registered to D4VD at his family's Texas address. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and News Kamau state Celeste's body was found on September 8, 2025, but ABC does not specify the exact date, only that it was found in September 2025. ABC states the Tesla was found a day after she would have turned 15, while Guardian and News Kamau say it was found a day after she would have turned 15. Consensus on this, but ABC emphasizes the timing differently in phrasing. Guardian alleges D4VD killed Celeste very soon after her arrival at his home, April 23, 2025, while ABC does not specify the exact timing of her death beyond her being 14 when she died. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 2 of 7. Australia's record-high methamphetamine and cocaine use revealed by wastewater data. Australia's record-high methamphetamine and cocaine use revealed by wastewater data. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Australia's wastewater drug monitoring program detected methamphetamine use at a record high in 2024-25, with consumption rising from 8,405 tonnes to 15,971 tonnes, a 23% increase. Cocaine use also reached record highs nationally, with 7,985 tonnes consumed in 2024-25, a 20% increase. The Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, ACIC, released the latest wastewater drug monitoring report in April 2026, covering data from August 2024 to 2025. Heroin consumption reached record levels in cities, with a 23% increase in use. Regional areas in Australia showed higher per capita use of meth, cannabis, and oxycodone compared to capital cities. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states that wastewater data shows methamphetamine use is at a 10-year high, while The Guardian specifies that consumption almost doubled in the past decade, rising from 8,405 tonnes to 15,971 tonnes. The ABC notes that cannabis use is not mentioned as increasing in wastewater data, while The Guardian explicitly states that cannabis remained Australia's most consumed illicit drug, but usage decreased nationally between 2024 and 2025. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 3 of 7. Royal Commission interim report on Bondi terror attack and antisemitism released April 2026. Royal Commission interim report on Bondi terror attack and antisemitism released April 2026. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The Royal Commission on Antisemitism and Social Cohesion released an interim report on April 30, 2026, less than 6 months after the Bondi terror attack on December 14, 2025. The Bondi terror attack involved 2 ISIS-inspired gunmen who killed 15 people and injured 40 during a Chanukah Hanukkah festival at Bondi Beach. The interim report includes 14 recommendations, with 5 kept confidential. The report found no legal or regulatory gaps that prevented authorities from preventing or responding to the Bondi attack. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese confirmed the government would implement all relevant recommendations from the interim report. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states the counter-terrorism coordinator's current role, Hamish Hansfield, combines counter-terrorism and counter-foreign interference duties, while News Kamau does not mention this overlap explicitly. News Kamau and ABC emphasize delays in obtaining evidence from security agencies impacted the interim report, but The Guardian does not explicitly mention this as a limitation in its coverage. The Guardian notes the report found no gap in current laws that impeded authorities, while News Kamau focuses more on institutional failures in information sharing and leadership structures without directly contradicting this. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 4 of 7. AFL player Nathan O'Driscoll shares mental health struggles and suicide attempts. AFL player Nathan O'Driscoll shares mental health struggles and suicide attempts. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Nathan O'Driscoll posted on Instagram about his mental health struggles, including 3 separate times he was close to committing suicide. O'Driscoll last played for Fremantle in their Round 2 win over Melbourne, Round 3 omission against Richmond. O'Driscoll has struggled with anxiety and a constant need to feel like I belong, and always putting others before myself. O'Driscoll's older sister Emma plays for the Dockers in the AFLW, and his younger brother Aidan was drafted to the Western Bulldogs but medically retired due to a head injury. Fremantle has a 6-1 record this season, winning 6 games in a row. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states O'Driscoll's post was published on April 30, 2026, while ABC says it was published on April 29, 2026. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 7. Analysis of *The Devil Wears Prada 2* sequel and its cultural impact on fashion media. Analysis of *The Devil Wears Prada 2* sequel and its cultural impact on fashion media. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Meryl Streep reprised her role as Miranda Priestley in *The Devil Wears Prada 2*, with the film's London premiere held at the National Gallery beneath Paul Delaroche's *, The Execution of Lady Jane Grey * on April 24, 2026. The film's plot revolves around Miranda Priestley's efforts to navigate the decline of print publishing and the cultural shift away from institutional gatekeeping in fashion media. Emily Blunt's character, Emily Charlton, now works for a luxury brand, Dior, and wields power over her former boss Miranda Priestley. The original * Devil Wears Prada * 2006 was based on Lauren Weisberger's novel, which was denounced as high treason by fashion insiders, and designer brands initially refused to lend clothes for the film. The sequel features cameos from Donatella Versace and other fashion industry insiders, unlike the first film. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states the premiere was on April 24, 2026, while ABC does not specify a premiere date but implies the film was released in late April 2026. The Guardian describes Miranda Priestley as a heroic figure steering runway through rough water, while ABC frames her redemption arc as overly eager to nullify the indomitable power of its villains, suggesting a more critical tone. ABC mentions Andy Sachs's news organization was shuttered by a Jeff Bezos-type meanie, while The Guardian does not reference a specific corporate figure. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 6 of 7. 2 men charged over drone drug delivery attempt in Wollongong. 2 men charged over drone drug delivery attempt in Wollongong. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 2 men, Cade Simpson, 24, and Joshua Dendalk, 43, were charged with supplying more than an indictable quantity of methamphetamine, entering enclosed land without lawful excuse, and possessing drugs. A drone carrying a green dog waste bag containing 66 grams of methamphetamine crashed into a Wollongong unit complex on Tuesday night, April 29, 2026. Police were called to a Corrimal Street unit in Wollongong after reports of suspicious behavior by the men shortly before midnight on Tuesday, April 29, 2026. A follow-up search of a Cliff Road home in Wollongong uncovered 42 grams of meth, $4,350 in cash, a baton, and an electronic stun device. Both men were refused bail and will appear in court again in May 12, 2026. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states the men were charged with supplying more than an indictable quantity of drugs, while Newscomau specifies supply prohibited drug more than indictable and less than commercial quantity. ABC mentions the men were charged with entering enclosed land, while Newscomau says enter enclosed land not prescribed premises without lawful excuse. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 7 of 7. Sean Layh wins Archibald Packing Room Prize for Jacob Collins Portrait. 2026 Archibald finalists announced. Sean Layh wins Archibald Packing Room Prize for Jacob Collins Portrait. 2026 Archibald finalists announced. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Sean Layh won the $3,000 Archibald Packing Room Prize for his portrait titled The Tragical History of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark depicting actor Jacob Collins as Hamlet. The portrait was inspired by Jacob Collins's 2024 Melbourne Shakespeare Company performance of Hamlet which Layh saw live. The Archibald Packing Room Prize is chosen by Art Gallery of New South Wales, AGNSW, staff who work in the packing room. The 2026 Archibald Prize finalists include 59 portraits, selected by the AGNSW trustees including artists Tony Albert and Caroline Rothwell. Finalists for the Archibald Prize include Jacob Collins, Virginia Trialy, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, Marta Dusseldorp, Chloe Hayden, Daniel Johns, Khaled Sabsabi, and Mitch Brown. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states the Packing Room Prize has been awarded since 1991, but neither source provides a direct contradiction on its history or rules. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian.